Welcome to the Keeping It Real podcast. I'm Allie Vasquez with Karis Realty Group based out of Frederick, Maryland. Let's talk about the Owings Mill house. Now, I have some friends. They can comment below. Hi, friends. And they were looking for a house. They didn't just look for one or two. They didn't even go to 10 houses. I would say we probably visited about 50 or 60 homes over the course of a year before they finally found the one. Now, the funny thing about the one was that we had seen plenty of houses that were super totally renovated, that were amazing, but they found what they were looking for in a foreclosure. So it was a little bit ragged. I mean, it was majorly ragged. There was like no flooring. They had stripped the entire house down to subfloor, but it was a beautiful layout, high ceilings, gorgeous other areas of the home, but it was busted AF when it came to flooring. Now, these are friends of mine. They wanted to use an FHA loan because they were first-time home buyers. And the FHA loan, the house that you decide to live in has to be pretty move-in ready. It definitely needs to have something other than subflooring. There needs to be nothing that is like a public safety hazard, and having no floor is definitely a safety hazard. So my friends, now I love them dearly, and we will still laugh about this today, but while we were looking at houses, there would be like a nick on the wall, and they'd be like, we don't like it, and we don't like it. But it just goes to show you that when they found the one, they were willing to do whatever it took to get this house. The lender that I use consistently, she and I like to get very creative, and sometimes we like to bend the rules. So if you are here from the federal, from HUD, please cover your ears. The Department of Housing, just cover your ears. And if you are a representative of Fannie Mae, please cover your ears. But this is what we have done in the past. We've done it many times, and it's worked. So we said what we need to do is we just need to make sure that before the appraiser gets there, that you put down some flooring, and you have to know that you're running a risk. Like if you don't get this house, then you just installed flooring on a house that wasn't yours. We obviously made sure that they were a slam dunk financially, and we made sure that the appraiser was going out one day, and then we had my seller go out, and I went with him, opened the door, installed flooring. We did it at nighttime so that people wouldn't see us, and report back to the listing agent, because the listing agent, by the way, usually most listing agents of foreclosures don't care. This lady was like, you left a faucet dripping. She was looking at everything. So we really had to go incognito under the cover of night to put in the flooring in this house. And it was a house that wasn't even ours. So at night, the 2 or 3 nights leading up to the appraisal, we went in, installed the flooring. The appraisal happened. Everything was hunky-dory. The listing agent 2 or 3 days before was like, what the fuck happened in here? And we were like, oh my God, I don't know. We don't know what happened. But at that point, we had already been cleared to close. Because you have to go through the bank was like, we're not going to just like pull out because this listing agent is complaining. But we went in and we did repairs in a house that wasn't even ours. And we ended up getting it, and they're still living there and are so happy with things. So why did we do this? Well, we did this because we had literally exhausted every single option that was out there for home purchasing. At this time, there was tons of inventory. We were going out on almost every weekend, sometimes every 2 or 3 weekends, and going to see like 5 houses at a time, and nothing really appealed to them. So they knew all the risks that they were running. These are people that these friends of mine do not like taking. They are very risk averse, but at this point, they had really just ran themselves into the ground, ran themselves ragged looking for a house. And we decided that it was going to be worth it to get this absolutely perfect home. It was undervalued, obviously, because it was a foreclosure. So now it is worth so much money. They do all kinds of different renovations on it all the time. They made it so beautiful, and they even made it beautiful before closing. But that is just a risk that we took that worked out in the end, and everybody's happy. And it just makes me laugh so hard thinking of us like sneaking into a house and installing flooring at night so that we could get it a couple days later. So sometimes the risk is definitely worth the reward. Thanks for listening to the Keeping It Real Estate podcast. We'll see you next time. Bye.